Why do people fail? Well, many people just decide to quit their jobs and jump into the first online business they find with no previous business experience and or education, and that could be a recipe for failure. But it's actually not one of the major reasons, because people do that with offline businesses all the time. So why do people fail with their online businesses? Well, obviously it would be useful to see what goes wrong so that you can do something about it. But I'm not really happy with the search engines these days, especially on providing an acceptable answer to this question. I mean, if you go search, you'll be given a shed load of reasons. Things like crappy website design, no social media presence, poor product photos, no traffic, bad SEO, no patience, no revenue model, no clearly defined exit strategy. What? We haven't even started yet. Oh well. No marketing plan. They get blinded by technology. They're not learning from others' mistakes. You need time, lack of confidence, limiting beliefs, not enough commitment, the wrong expectations. They give up, blah, 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 blah. Look, a lot of these are actually symptoms, but there are far too many reasons presented to actually decide what might be the real problem or what you can actually do about any of them. And right there, my friend, is one of the biggest reasons why people fail in their quest to get set up online. Yep, it's information overload. Simple as that. You go looking for an answer to whatever problem ails you at the time, and you get hundreds of different answers, lots of different advice, and you get totally confused. And probably, while you are out there searching for solutions, you're going to get totally sidetracked by bright, shiny object syndrome. And I know this one very well. I'm often getting distracted by the latest, greatest system or tool or whatever, which is going to make me an instant success. It seems I sometimes prefer to play with something new than continue on with the boredom of something I've spent hundreds of hours working on. Trouble is, the only tool in the shed when this happens is me. So what happens now is you've lost a lot of time playing with your new toys and probably lost some money as well, because it is most likely useless and can't possibly do what it claims. And maybe all of this distraction is just the result of another problem: poor management. And to be honest, my time management is a shocker. There are certain things that I can take forever to get around to, and some things I just hate doing. But all of them are essential to the effective running of my business. I suppose it's also got something to do with my motivation too, and knowing your why enough to let that drive you forward. And if you don't know it already, one of the biggest time wasters and distractions is social media. And once you start spending too much time there, it just sucks you in like a huge black hole. So be very, very careful. I've also discovered that television, obviously, but also having the radio and music on in the background, it also affects my ability to concentrate on my work. But anyway, when you finally get back around to that original problem you had and try to find the solution again, and you can't, then, well, analysis paralysis creeps in. Now, you could have so many possible solutions you don't know which one to use, so you avoid the issue. That problem gets put into the too hard basket for now, and you move on to something else that maybe you can solve. Or, if you do find a possible solution, you might be a bit hesitant about trying it out, just in case it doesn't work or something goes wrong, just, like that last shiny object I tried earlier. Yeah. Oh well. And so your fear of failure takes over. After all, if it doesn't work, the whole wide world will instantly see that you're a twit for trying something so stupid, won't they? And you wouldn't want that to happen. So what do? Nothing. The funny thing is, the whole world won't know, only you will. And so, you fear the fear of failure. Imagine you spend weeks or months putting your whole smashing concept together, tweaking this, fine-tuning that, and then the moment you decide it is time to launch the whole thing, doubt creeps in. So you decide to tweak something more, to fiddle with a different thing, and voila, now we have failure to launch. Actually that's more aligned with the fear of success. After all, what would happen if this brilliant idea of yours actually worked? Oh my God, your life could change. And is that what you really want? Maybe you are more comfortable with the life you have and know now and that life that you are familiar with right now. I tell you what, us humans, we are strange critters, aren't we? No wonder so many startups fail. There's just so much to do, and you can get so easily confused, sidetracked, overloaded, full of doubt, etc, etc, etc. But look, now that you're aware of some possible real reasons why people fail, now you can actually do something about them. You can avoid failure by thorough planning. Look, I can't emphasise enough the importance of planning, laying out the whole process in glorious step-by-step detail in advance. You can avoid failure by getting a mentor, advisor or coach. Let them find the answers to your questions. That's their job. They should know where to look to get the right answer. And then let them push you when you need it, because you will. And that way you can avoid failure by avoiding distraction and staying focused on the job that needs to be done. And you can avoid failure by not doing everything yourself, because you just can't. You've got to include in your budget something to help you get things done. And you can avoid failure by having patience. Things take time to happen and get results. They don't happen overnight. And most importantly, you can avoid failure by really knowing your why. Remember that? Have you worked it out yet? If not, don't worry. We're going to be looking at your why in the very next lesson.